What's going on, guys? Matty Russell here from MR Bushcraft Survival, and welcome back to a long overdue video. I know it's been a couple of years since I've done a video, but we're back here in a beautiful pine forest, no longer in New Zealand, but now on the Sunshine Coast in Australia. Bit hotter in weather, but here we are. Got my brother with me today. He's going to be helping out. We're going to build a A-frame shelter, and we're going to build it right between these two trees here behind me. We're going to clear the ground. So all of that is coming up. Stay tuned. All right, now that we have cleared the forest area where the A-frame shelter is going to go, we're going to position 4 support poles in the ground on the outer corners of the A-frame shelter. And to do that, we're going to use one of these survival shovels. It's actually a shovel pick, folds down, fits into your pack nice and snug, and we're going to dig 4 holes with this. Well, as you can see, it started pouring down rain out here, and we are saturated, soaking wet. So nothing like a good survival scenario for a survival situation to build a survival shelter. So we were going to go ahead and just use some natural cordage from the area, some of the root system from the coniferous pines, or we were going to use some of the vines from the trees that are hanging here. But because we're squeezed for time, it's bucketing down rain, and we want to get a dry roof over our head, we've decided to use some jute twine, which I had in my pack already, just to speed up the process. So as you can see, we have 4 main poles on the outer corners of the A-frame shelter, and we've also just attached with jute twine 2 center poles to hold the center beam that's going to go across the top. So we're just going to position the camera and get stuck straight into it.
Go towards down a little bit. Might climb a bit more.
Alright guys, so as you can see, we have finished the support beams and the support rails for one side of the A-frame shelter. We're going to go ahead and put a cross brace on it from the top corner here over to the bottom corner behind me here, just to give it some stability and stop it from rocking from side to side. Once we're done that, we're going to build this section of the roof to get out of the rain, provide a bit of shelter before we go ahead and complete the other side of the A-frame shelter. So let's get stuck into it. Alright, so now that we have the main frame built and we have slatted all the individual logs to build the main structure of the roof, now we're going to go ahead and collect a bunch of bracken, which is a fern that grows natively here in Australia, and we're going to put that on the roof to act as a shedding for the rain, and just stack that up as high as we can to make sure we make this thing waterproof. Okay guys, so now that we've got a bunch of the bracken on top and there's a good thick layer of it, we're going to go ahead and just throw a bunch of debris on there and some sticks just to weigh it all down to stop it from slipping over the course of time. So we're just going to get stuck into that, and then we're going to light a fire, try and get dry, and it'd be interesting to see whether or not we can get a fire going in the midst of this soaking wet pine forest, but we'll see how we go. Well guys, as you can see, we've got half of the A-frame built. One of the sides done, probably bit off a little bit more than we can chew. Nevertheless, if this was a real survival situation, we still have a lean-to shelter. It was raining before. As you can see, the drips coming off the side, but no water was getting in. So it is waterproof. And we have got a fire going with a Phariserian rod and some fat wood that I collected in the pine forest on the way in here. If you're interested in a video on fat wood production, how to find it, how to process it, how to start a fire with it, drop a comment in the comment section below.